Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Understanding Human Design podcast. I'm Karen Curry Parker, and I'm here today with Martje Kleinhans, who's going to be sharing with us a little bit about incorporating design into coaching, how you can use human design to help you release patterns, old patterns that might be keeping you stuck. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the exciting things that she's doing in the German world and teaching and sharing human design in Germany. Welcome, Martje. It's so nice to have you here.
Well, thank you.
So I want to talk a little bit about your background because it's a little bit unusual. You have a background, in graphic design. So you went from graphic design to human design. Talk to me a little bit about how you've been using graphic design with human design.
Okay. Well, first of all, I did a lot of different things in my life. I started this sketchnoting thing just 4 or 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And made my money with that. I'm self-employed with that, and usually I attend big events and draw what's happening there.
Oh,
so I'm
cool.
on stage, on stage with a trainer or with a speaker, and just draw what they're saying. I put it in easy to understand little images. And when I started human design, I thought that all these things that seem complicated or just seem so much in the beginning, it's so much to learn, so many details. It'll be helpful to have them in small little images, pictures, just small drawings. So I started that.
I love that because, when I first started teaching human design, we didn't have Zoom and we didn't have video, but we had the internet, obviously. And so I was teaching over the phone and trying to figure out, how do I explain this when I can't show this, and having to really say, well, that's the triangle on the top, and sometimes it's this, and so it's a really, I think, to be able to visually translate that into a very beautiful and simple way for people to go, oh, that's profound. So you said you've done a lot of things. You also have a background in coaching, and you use human design as part of your coaching practice. What is some of the benefits that you've seen in coaching using human design or adding human design to your coaching practice?
It helps to understand so much better. Like, for example, I have an open solar plexus. So I've had problems with conflicts all my life. Of course, my parents don't fight. Nobody ever fought in my house. So I never learned how to fight. And then when I found out that this is not the case in most families, and when my marriage failed because we never fought, we never talked about things that really mattered to us, both of us didn't. I found out, okay, I have a problem speaking about my feelings. I have a problem dealing with conflicts. But it didn't help. It didn't help solving this problem. I just knew, okay, this is my problem. And then you have these coaches, everyone tells you, yeah, you just have to do it. You just talk about it. You just do this, you just do that. And I'm like, oh, this is so hard. And then I'm 4. My profile is a 4. So it's really hard for me to talk about my feelings and maybe hurt someone. I don't want to do that. So it's especially hard for me, I think. And I always thought, okay, there's something wrong with me, that I can't do it and everybody else can, but I just can't. And when I heard about human design, and when I heard about this solar plexus thing and the 4, it was just like, okay, I'm fine. It is still hard for me, but that's just the way it is. It's nothing wrong. It's just the way it is.
So you're a 4-1 profile. So I find that, first of all, I don't come across a lot of 4-1s, and I find that 4-1 profile is exceptionally vulnerable to disrupting that foundation around change. So I love that you were able to understand not just the empathy of the open solar plexus, but your 4th line together in that combination really created a dynamic for you that's challenging. And I think that's the other piece that when we look at using human design as a tool, as an assessment tool or a coaching tool, that sometimes we get so locked on to, oh, I'm a generator. And we don't look at the depth of the knowledge that comes from integrating all the other little parts of the puzzle too, and really using it as a tool to help people get unblocked and unstuck. So you use a system, and forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, the Chinese alignment system, is that correct?
It's the Chinese quantum method.
The quantum method. There we go. I'm sorry. I knew. Okay. The Chinese quantum method. You use the Chinese quantum method in your coaching practice. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a practice to find energetic weaknesses. We call them weaknesses. It's like every time something happens to you that you don't like, the universe creates a weakness in the quantum field. So when I say something to you now, like insult you in some way, you'll be like, oh no, and then you'll have a new weakness in your field. And it's not just the word I said to you, but it's also specific elements that come with this situation, like a woman who has a German accent, or blonde hair, or a white lamp in the background. All this info goes into some entangled ball, and then, well, it just sits there for a while. And then someday, like in a couple of years, you might go to the movies with some friends. And there's a German actress, and she's got blonde hair, and she talks with this German accent. And you're like, what a stupid movie. I don't want to watch this. I'm going home. So, and your friends are like, the movie's great. What's up with her? And well, you go home and you think, okay, what was that? I don't know. And the thing is that the blonde hair and the German accent activated this knot, activated this entangled mess in your field, and you blow up. So what I'm doing is I'm searching for these things, and I dissolve them energetically so that you won't blow up because of that situation.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is an energy modality. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can do this like between us on Zoom. You can do this on Zoom, or do you have to be in the room with someone?
No. I do that on Zoom or on the phone.
So
well, if you have a subject, a context, something that's worrying you, we could work with that, and then we'll check whatever you say I'm using. So when you say, okay, I have a problem with my husband, first I'm checking the connection between you and your husband back and forth to see if there's something there. And then you just have to tell me what it is. And every word, everything you say might lead to the next ball, energetic emotion ball.
That's cool. And you don't have to like sit and talk about it. You can just kind of go and clear it.
Right. I test that with this kinesiologic.
Muscle testing.
Right? And then I correct it, and then it's gone. And sometimes we just have a little side info, and then it's not such a big thing. But it's like a dam where you pull out the different pieces of wood, and then at one time the water just washes the dam away. And we never know when that will happen, but eventually it will. So
that's cool. That's very cool. So you teach in German. Yeah. You do sessions in German, and of course, obviously in English. So talk to me about, because I'm just curious, like, are the conversations that people have in Germany about human design different than the ones people have, say, in America? Do they have the same questions?
I think they do.
Yeah.
It's mostly about what am I supposed to do? What can I do? What work? What job should I do? And the relationship questions also.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is he my soulmate? That's
so. Why does he
always? So you're getting ready to start a brand new membership program. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's actually it's a lot like the Understanding Human Design community, because I love that so much, because It's not expensive, and there's so much in there. So I took that as a prototype
Mhm.
and put it in a German. Yeah, put it in German. So I have some basic classes to know type, profile, authority, and these things, and then I have monthly topics like you. And we'll start in April.
I love that. So what's the name of your community?
It's called the Human Design Gang.
I love that. I love that. It makes me, I don't know if you're, well, I don't know if you're familiar with TV from like the 1950s, but there was a whole Sparky's Gang, I think it was called. There's a whole gang of kids that there were these TV shows about. So that sounds like a bunch of people getting together having a good time in a clubhouse. So so good. Awesome. So and you're getting ready to also to teach a new class coming up. Tell us a little bit about your new class.
That's the community, the new
Oh, in the
community.
community. So, okay, perfect. Good. Awesome. So, all right. And you do readings in German and in English, but not both at the same time, right?
No.
So, and you like to do composite readings.
I love that, yeah, because I love the relationship dynamics. I think it's so interesting what's going on between two people. It's a lot more than just doing a reading for one person.
So, I have a question because
Mhm.
I'm going to go back to the Chinese quantum
Method.
system
Mhm.
method. Sorry, I'm sorry that stuck in my head. So the Chinese quantum method. When you are doing a relationship reading, can you use that on the relationship?
Yes, I can, but I need a yes from the parties involved.
Mhm.
So if I work with you, I can do you and your husband, but I can't work on your husband without him saying it's okay.
That makes sense. I mean,
I
you
can,
can't.
yeah, I can do that for children, of course, until a certain age, but not for adults. Yeah, we have to
Mhm.
ask. But I can always work on you, and when you change, probably the relationship will change a little too.
Totally. It's amazing how much when you shift your attitude, your husband just gets more handsome.
Yeah.
Um, so So you guys can learn more about Matcha and her work on her website. I'm going to spell this for you guys because I know that this is a little bit tricky to spell for those of us who are native English speakers. It's martja.rocks is Martja's website. That's Martjye.
No.
Sorry. No, sorry. Martje. I misread my handwriting. Martje dot rocks, ROCKS. So Marcia Rocks. And you can go there and learn more about the Chinese quantum method and about composite readings and learning in German and her brand new human design gang that's coming up in April. So go check out her work. And thank you so much, Marcia, for being here today and sharing with us. I really appreciate you and your work and your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, if you go to Martja Rocks /ENG, that's the English version. That's probably a little easier to
Got it.
understand.
Do that, you guys. But you still have to spell Marcia. So, yes, absolutely. Go check it out and give Marcia a call. I'm so curious. I have to go do some research now on this Chinese quantum method. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, thanks a lot for having me. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it here.